Hey guys, StarCraft here, and okay, I know I already have my Superman the Dark Side video coming up today, but completely forgot that Superman number 9 came out. So I got the digital copy and read it, and okay, there's a reason why I don't ever tag Bendis much anymore with the into the videos, at least this particular one, because I know he's gonna go off, and not go off, sorry. I know I'm going to go off on him. And it's like, some of the stuff, yeah, he's probably never going to listen to. And I know I'm just going to get so hated and cursing and all that. That's the reason why there's cases I don't want pros to see my stuff, people. Alright? I just don't feel it's necessary for them to have to see all my, like when I cut loose and everything. I know there's some people who would like to tag in the pros, the shit post, or dump on them, or say something that's not even remotely critical, legit criticism, just to say, oh, you're a hack or whatever. Guys, I'm not like that. Alright? I just want to make this clear. But anyway, that being said, this UD Saga continues to get worse. And yet at the same time, inches better in its own way compared to that first issue. At least in this case, unlike the last issue, Bendis is not trying to further justify, oh no, mom, you're fine. I'm a horrible mom. No, you're not. No. Instead, we get typical Bendis ignoring continuity to do his own thing. And I get it, that's the joke. I send out a tweet to the man and asked him. I doubt I'll ever get a response. That being said, sorry. It's just, let's just get in and I'll go off on it when I get through it. If you notice I'm not getting so hot yet, that's at the end. Trust me, I'm going to build up through it. Okay, let's start looking at the cover. Like before, like so many other times, it's not that bad. I mean, come on, it's Ivan Rice. What do you expect? But anyway, we open up with a few, and Superman all of a sudden hallucinating as he's seeing other versions, apparently of him having other kids, and yeah, no idea what this is going on about. But then we see more Kryptonians with the other heroes, and then Zod shows up. The houses Zod come to pay respect. May it inspire our houses to find peace in the galaxy as well. Then everything starts just going to hell. Everything just, that's being blasted and people getting killed and some mysterious force showing up, and yeah, I don't get it. Well, okay, we get to explain how, because Superman doesn't usually need to sleep or, and all that stuff, that it usually, and Batman suggested it's his subconscious trying to say it's stage time. Okay, that's an interesting idea. I don't think anyone's ever done before. Of having him starting to have these daydreams or visions or whatever that's coming because his subconscious wants to come out. Because a lot of times you do have that, it's like a subconscious backlog. That's not a bad idea. Again, moments like this, Bendis is coming up with some smart stuff. Then Jonathan also, we're seeing him focusing on having some real food. And once again, everyone, they're trying to sell stuff. And I do love it how Jonathan asked at one point, like, do you need to hit something, Dad? And nope, not yet. Nope. No, wait, I'm jumping the gun there a little. I think, did I? Yep, I jumped the gun there. That's a little bit later. But anyway, he continues talking, explains that, yeah, the Crime Syndicate are there. How they're alive, we never get an explanation. I looked every inch about this. I don't know. But then, Ultraman grabs Jonathan, who for a moment thinks it's his dad. But then he tosses him right in the middle of a volcano. And he starts taunting him, basically saying how, there's you don't get it, do you? And, it's like, there's no point trying to escape. And then when he asks, how'd you get here? Wormhole, huh? The multiverse is a burp. No, Bendis, that's not the right phrase. The phrase is, multiverse theory's a bitch. That's the line. Sorry. But basically then just continues explaining to Jonathan about, this isn't your universe and all that, and how there's no sunlight that's going to come through. And yeah, he starts, trying to show off what he can do. He's just like, so settle down, I'm stronger and faster. Yeah. But then he starts to back off then for a moment. As Jonathan is just, he asks Jonathan, have you ever met other versions of you or yous before? And Jonathan said yes. When has he seen other versions of himself? I'm thinking back and I don't recall him seeing another version of himself, Bendis. When did that happen? If I missed it, then I will look through and correct myself on the next video review of this. But anyway, then it looks like Ultraman's starting to be all polite at first. Then he leaves Jonathan behind. As Jonathan, his power is starting to drain. But, okay. Bendis, do you not get how their powers work? That the way it would work is that they just being around that intense, he's already slowly draining his powers. Meaning he's not going to last that much longer. Unless he has a full supply of energy, that's one thing. But since he's barely able to fly, yeah, he should be toast within a day or so. But clearly so much time keeps going past and he hasn't had a recharge. Now here's the point where Jonathan had asked, you guys need to go hit something? And I love how Superman's like, no, I'm saving that. For Grandpa, for starters. Even asking him how long, and, well, Jonathan doesn't know. Then, eventually, Ultraman shows up, basically starts mocking him, saying, like, you think I look like your father, you miss him. Well, I'm not your father. And you think your father was, when he was a boy, was sent to another place to reach his potential. I can't help but wonder if you were sent here to find your true potential, as he starts throwing Jonathan around. But then the next page, oh good lord, the next page, nothing but Jonathan just talking, saying he's talking, saying how that's all Ultraman did was talking. And basically, it's almost like he had no real friends and all that. And he would then repeat a story he talked about 2 days ago because he forgot he told it to you, and then, or he would repeat it, he would change something, and you always knew he was lying. And how then he would sob and blubber, and good lord, Bendis! Look, I know Geoff John set up that Ultraman was pathetic during his stuff with the Crime Syndicate, and it kind of fits with the guy, but god fucking night, really? And basically, Jonathan eventually just uses his powers, fights his way out. Oh, sorry, I gotta say this part. He knew that the only time he had a good chance to escape was that when Ultraman started to cry was the best shot he had of escaping because he wouldn't come back for a while. Really? Anyway, Jonathan, like I said, is able to keep on fighting his way through, use what little bit of his powers he had left to survive the blast. Again, he should be fried by now. And yeah, it works. Again, normally this doesn't seem like a bad idea, but unless he's able to get out and into sunlight, he shouldn't be able to heal up without the solar powers. Anyway, he makes his way up in, I guess, the Crime Syndicate's version of Metropolis, as he's trying to find their version of the Hall of Justice, thinking there might be a way to get out. And then he's zapped down by heat vision, and we end this issue as Superwoman, aka this universe's Lois Lane, shows up ready to fight with him. Obviously not knowing much else about who it is, and he is. Well, actually, no, he does. What? What? You. I'm Superwoman of the Crime Syndicate of... Oh, I remember you. You're the burping super kid from Planet Burp. My husband didn't have the guts to do it. Wow. So, they thought that... the Crime Syndicate thought that Ultraman killed Jonathan. But he didn't. Good night. And this is more frustrating than it is infuriating. I'm still getting mad, but this is just more... should I expect anything less? I'll just go right into my final thoughts. So that was the new Superman issue, and good fucking lord! Seriously, it's fair enough what he's done with Superman and Lois, but now Ultraman is completely an uber whiner. I mean, okay, yes, if most of the incarnations showed he's pathetic, I get it, but this is completely uber pathetic. Look, the bad thing is, there's some actually interesting ideas of just the idea that Jonathan's stuck in the Ultraman in the Crime Syndicate's world. There's still no fucking explanation of why they're back. I get it, but I'm just trying not to care about it. I just want this to be done with. But the fact of the matter is, some ideas that with Ultraman make sense. Him wanting to keep John there and all that stuff. But then you have all the stuff of him blubbering and crying and all that. It's like, what? And Jonathan slowly, his powers are slowly draining. Being around that lava would have sapped him out long ago. No matter, it's not going to be such a slow burn like that, Bendis. I mean, look, again, the idea of him seeing the villainous versions of his parents, like the end of the issue, you're going to see him with Superwoman, who's Lois Lane in this universe. Again, interesting ideas. No question about it, but good lord, the way they're doing it. Again, what is even the point? What is even the point about all this? What is Jonathan learning from this? It's clearly not causing him to look bad about his parents, seeing their villainous side and saying, oh yeah, my parents can be like that. Nothing like that's happening. He's still loving for his parents and everything. I mean, yeah, it's pushing him to the point of trying to get out, but I just don't get it. So, like I said, I'm not going to go after and blasting Bendis directly about this. That's not what I would do in person, especially when there's a lot of his old stuff I would like. So that's just me saying it to you guys, and if word gets back to him, then so be it, but I'm not going to intentionally try and send it his way. So, yeah, I just let it all out. As you probably know, it's nowhere near as rage-filled. Again, no fucking shit. It keeps on... Most of that rage is diminishing despite every bit of changes and ruining and all that. But it also seems to be dialing back a little bit. I mean, again, the stuff with Ultraman is just infuriating. But at the same time, he's just exaggerating what's already been done with the guy. So, not much else to say. 2 videos today. Nothing else. Catch you all later.